temperature 30.3. 30.3. Beginning mileage 15108.4. 15108.4. All right. First ever PBC qualifying run. And I'm here in downtown Fredericksburg, where it's actually lit up a bit. Figured it's better me going somewhere interesting where you can see the surroundings rather than pitch dark. But for those of you who don't know what the Polar Bear Challenge is, it's bikers who vlog below freezing. And before December 1st, you gotta have 3 qualifying runs of 32.4 degrees or lower. Anything 32.5 and higher will be considered 33, rounding. And you have to record the beginning temperature, such as 31.3, and you have to record the beginning mileage, and then you have to make a video that's at least 3 minutes long, and then you have to record your ending mileage. It's as simple as that. And then once you qualify 3 rides, 32 or below, you're an official Polar Bear member. I'm gonna have to do something about that thermometer. It's making a rattling noise. It's gonna drive me crazy. Yeah, but don't get me started on those Buckeye boys, though. Keith posted a video not too long ago. It was like 39 degrees and he was crying like a little baby. So they're not gonna hold up. And then we all, obviously G9, somehow his video leaked of how he preps for the PBC. He puts his thermometer in a freezer. Slacker. And then of course we have NT8. Nothing to worry about there. He drives what, 15 miles an hour to the come and go and back. So I'm looking to beat people in distance. No offense, guys. This is all the banter. There's nothing to worry about. For those viewers who think I'm being dead serious. Who else we have? Polymers, aka Polypuss. Nothing to worry about there. I'm pretty sure all those LEDs he has on his bike are heat of some sort anyway. We have Baker 46 over there in Holland, or the Netherlands. Same thing, right? Yeah. I don't think it gets that. I think they have pretty moderate temperatures there. I don't know. But those of you who are shutting down your bikes for the winter time, maybe you should give the PBC a shot. You know, it makes winter worthwhile and something to look forward to, at least. I feel like Christmas starts earlier every single year. It's November 12th and they got full-blown Christmas everywhere. Poor Thanksgiving, always overlooked. But I suggest you give it a shot. I know Pilgrim 1031 was saying how his riding season's coming to an end up there in Maine. I mean, even if you do a few rides here and there, I mean, especially good to test out your gear and what your threshold of the cold is and what you can handle. Right now I'm toasty. It's 31 degrees and I'm feeling good. There's nothing to worry about right now. Saw some snow flurries earlier. They called for snow and then they changed it, unfortunately. Muzzle Mike and the Buckeye boys took all my snow. you know, it's good to see, like I said, what your threshold of the cold is, and it's a different world out there in the cold. And totally forgot what I was saying. And I think riding a motorcycle in the winter definitely builds your tolerance up to the cold. And the first time when the weather changes from warm to cold, the first few rides, I mean, it'll be in the mid 40s, upper 40s, and it seems so cold because you have to get used to it. It's kind of like your first swim of the summer when the water's really cold and you just gotta jump in and go for it. But those first few rides when the weather switches over are brutal, and then after your body gets used to it, it's really not that bad. And balaclavas are key. Keep that noggin warm, it makes your ride a lot better because your head traps in heat. I've driven. I used to ride dirt bikes a lot as a kid, and we used to ride in the snow all the time. And I mean, that was just us in our snow gear and freezing wet from the snow and just rocking on. Then I had a scooter when I was younger. Too cheap to afford a car, so I bought a 150cc scooter. Had that for a little bit, bought it in November and rode in the cold. And that was just with the Carhartt jacket, some gloves, and layering up the pants. Then I had my KLX 250S I bought 2 years ago this November. So pretty much my experience with that bike was in the winter. And still I didn't have gear then because I was too cheap to buy it. Oh, I don't need motorcycle gear. I can use what I have to keep warm. No. And then I used to have a Baja 100cc little cheapo dirt bike. Had a ball tire on it, and we had a good snowstorm, probably got about a foot, and I was riding around the neighborhood in that thing, and I remember my friend's dad was like, "What are you doing, man? You can't ride that thing with the ball tire." Well, I'm 2 miles away from my house and I got here, didn't I? But I've always been a thrill seeker and a crazy person. I just love when you're doing this PPC stuff, or even riding in the winter in general, and you pass by a car and the person has their I call them toboggans, but it's like a ski hat with the little thistles that hang down, and they got their gloves on, they're sipping their coffee, and they're like shriveled up so cold. I'm like, you have heat in your car. And then I'm like, look at me. I'm on a bike with no heated nothing, and it's 25 degrees out here, and you're complaining that it's cold, but you're in a car with heat. Anyway, that's well past 3 minutes. So yeah, I'll catch you guys later. As always, ride safe, keep the rubber side down. Ending mileage, 15127.5. 15127.5. I don't think we have to do this, but ending temperature is 29.1. 29.1.